Hello? Can you hear me? Hey, Gingers. Can you guys hear me? Mm, I can't tell. Mickey, I know you've been hanging out in here. Hey, Robert. Hi, Danielle. How are ya? Sylvia! Oh, first time that I'm early. I'll be working and lurking. Hey, Diamond Queen 2020. Hi, Don. How are ya? Can anybody hear me? I don't want to go through all of this and then be like, I did all that talking for nothing. Okay, Odd says, we see you, Tia. And Diamond Queen says, I see you and hear you fine. Great, you're rocking blue. Because I can't see. Blue allows me to be able to see. But I can only use them to read my laptop way off in the corner. Then when I diamond paint, I gotta take them off because I can see up close. These right here, I can see. Ah! But like over there, I can't see because I have my laptop real far off in the corner. Now I'm blind as a bat. Okay. So here we go. We are here. Thank you all for coming out. Yes, last week I was not able to go live, unfortunately. And I am going to get started. So I've had a great, interesting week. Yes. Here is my studio. As you guys know, y'all can't tell me nothing. This is my place of zen, and I look forward to coming in here every week. Oh, great. Just as I take off my glasses, something pop up. Here we go. Okay, guess I didn't need to see it because I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it, so. All right. Here is my iPad. You guys, I had this iPad for, I don't know, like probably 6 months. I got to hanging out with Rebecca one afternoon, crafting journey with Rebecca. And she said, well, just get on your iPad and we'll look it up. And I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Let me follow along. I get on my iPad and she was like, yeah, go here, go there. Man, I was having so much fun. I never would have guessed that iPad was so much fun. Because, I thought it was just, a bunch of icons. When you're on an Android tablet, you feel like, you're doing things. Because you are. You're doing a lot of things. And the iPad just makes it simple. Everything is all cute, and it's all about the packaging. So, you click this pretty little icon, and it does something for you. You click that pretty little icon, and it does something for you. And I was just having a ball, just, pressing buttons and things like that. So kudos and shout out to Rebecca. As you guys know, we're on our Zoom call this week. I ran into a little hiccup, just, technical difficulties. I don't like technical difficulties. I literally, about 15 minutes before the new release, I went in and I set up my payment information, logged into my account, had everything ready, because you got these right here. I told my mom I've been rapping. You couldn't tell me I'm not the next big hitter. And I was like, I got big thumbs. And I've been running around talking about how I got big thumbs, and she was like, what? What do you mean? I don't understand that. And I was like, if you get a text from me and you don't understand it, no need to worry. I got big thumbs. You're just a victim, So, and I'm just running around, anything that rhyme with thumb, I'm, throwing it in there. And that's the reason why, because I got big thumbs. It's the reason for everything. Long story short, the release comes out. It's time. We all hit the gate running. It get quiet. You could drop all kind of crickets. You can hear all the sounds of nature because we in there. And then the worst of all worst happens. Here we go again with these glasses. Hold on 1 second. It's getting messages. There we go. Okay. The worst of all worst happens. All the prime and prep that I had done prior to receiving the message, all of it was gone. And I had to start fresh. Oh my gosh. I'm getting error messages in French. You guys gotta be kidding me. What did I do? Anyway, so I'm sitting in there, and if you've ever been to a new release now, the race is upon us. It's a whole new game ever since it's like, pandemic, Pac-Man pandemic or something. We got to race. We got to eat the little chop. Because if you don't get them, someone else will. And by the time you finish your purchase, it's out of your cart and you done. Because the ghost got you. So I'm hurrying along and I'm trying to do everything I can. I'm all scared. And these big thumbs of mine, oh my God, it kept getting in the way. Not only did I have to go in and re-enter all my information, I have my painting in my cart and I'm trying to hit purchase and hit some button and erased my cart. You're talking about screaming. Oh my gosh. Panic ensued. And then, when you're already a nervous wreck, there's no voice of reason. There's no, oh, calm down. There's no, oh, get it on the restock. You don't want to hear that. You do not want to hear that. You want to hear your ding from the email confirming that your purchase went through, because that then means you're going to get something. It pops out of your cart if there's nothing there, or you never get the lulling sound of the ding confirming your purchase. So it is scary up until that moment. You still have some uneasiness because now we still have to wait to get the shipping label so that we can see that tracking has been created. Long story short, I was a victim of my own victims. But I did get the dragon! Yay! You guys should be happy for me. Where's the applause? Let me see a round of applause go up. Because I was worried. And I didn't think I was going to get it. And I was scared. Very scared. All righty, coming on down. Moving on down. Hi, Monique. How are you tonight? Jill, how are you? Cindy B, hello. Monique says, I'm getting a new diamond painting, but it's coming from Amazon between August and September, and I don't mind waiting. Wow. You should bottle that up and sell that, Monique. If you could sell patience, you probably would be rich. That's the new big thing. I just gave you something. Everybody trying to figure out something to do on Etsy and how to turn their craft or, into, marketable business, side business, extra paycheck, however you want to look at it. But if you could come up with a way to get patience in a bottle and sell it to us, because I'd buy it. I don't have any patience at all. And I sit here like I'm 2 years old and I can't wait for somebody to bring the jar of candy to me. That's how I am. It's not going away. It's been almost 2 years. Can you believe that? Hi, Laura. Hi, Shalene. How are you? Shalene, you were there, weren't you? Saturday? Oh, I was bad. I certainly was. Thank you, Sylvia. Yes, the dragon was cute. And I tell you, I was so excited. You got the Hannah Lynn? Okay. I think there was, hi, Sephiroth, Mama. There was quite a few of us that were we were on pins and needles trying to get everything. It was crazy. It was like a sale, of diamond paintings, except they weren't on sale. They were like regular price. So that's the other thing that you could do, Monique. You could package it up, and if you could, give us all nice 50% off discount codes, that would be a great way also. We do a service for you. We get a discount code in return. There you go. Hi, Unika. Am I saying that right, Unika? And I know that you were, you just recently changed your name. I just saw that and made the connection. I was like, oh, okay, I definitely know. It took me a couple of seconds though. How are you tonight? Hey, Jenny, how are you? How are you? How are you? Sylvia says, I just placed an order a few days before, so I'll have to wait to restock for the restocks in order to get this lovely dragon. But sooner or later, I will have it. You better get it sooner than later. You know, Diamond Art Club threw us for a loop last fall when they put that horrible link on their page. It was like a gold mine for them, though. And you guys know what link I'm talking about. The one that said discontinued. That's what did it. When they put that up there, it was no longer I'll get this, 2 or 3 months. I'll put this on my wish list. Hopefully I'll get it for Christmas. Perhaps, next birthday, Valentine's, next year, Thanksgiving 23. It was, oh my God, this is being discontinued. This just came out. I better get this now. And ever since, there's just this underlying, we must buy now. We must buy now. Because we don't know if it's going to be restocked, if it's going to be available. If it is, how long before the restock? So yeah, we're just, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I am saying I have it bad. Hence the name of the channel, My Crazy Craft Addiction. And Celine said, yes, I was there in chat Saturday, so you heard me flipping out. Hey, Melody, how are you? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Robert says, I'm working on an Eagles diamond painting. Those are awesome. Those are beautiful. All right, Jeremy. Hi, brother. How are you tonight? There's Christy. Christy has a beautiful little boy that I would just love to spoil. The only problem is, she says that everyone else is spoiling him also. So I just got 14 kids. Whoa, and I am now waiting for 19. They are for my business. Well, there you go, Saphira's mama. Are you going to sell them, or are you going to do them? Or are they going to be projects for, helping with stress release? That would help me out. Hi, Debbie. How are you tonight? Catherine, how are you? Coming on down through. Cindy B says, oh, she's not talking to me. I'm good. I've cut down on my YouTube watching now. Oh, Cindy B, what are you working on? You haven't done any diamond painting in a while, but you do such awesome crafts. What's your current craft? I heard someone earlier today, they were talking about beaded cross stitch, and I thought about you because I know that you had one of those big ones though. And Sylvia says, so I like to be able to see the discontinued kits. Yeah, I would like to be able to see them as well, because if you go to a D-Stash page, then obviously you kind of know where it came from. You know the artist, you're familiar, it's licensed, things of that nature. Monique says, have anyone seen a show called According to Jim? Yes, Monique, we have. Isn't that like his second go around? He had a show before that, and then this was like his second one, I think. Jim being Mr. Belushi, James Belushi. Hello, everyone, since Danielle. Coming on down. Melody says, I was so happy that there was nothing DAC had this past Saturday that I wanted. I wasn't so lucky. Oh my goodness, I wasn't so lucky. I am solely working on cross stitch now. Okay. Are you doing, what is it, Ada 14, 22, 11? What's the count on your Ada that you like to work, Cindy B? I've always done just, the little keychain cross stitch, the little, when you 15 and you think you're doing something and you do one and it take you 6 months, but you're good. Yeah. And she said she's been watching documentaries. So kind of getting into tonight, I know I kind of talked to everybody in a few other lives, and I want to give a shout out. I love to go to other creators' lives. I do have, a few of my favorites. I don't like to miss their shows or anything. I have a new favorite. She's crazy, but she has a son. He's crazier than her. And the funny part about it is I sneak and listen to her show while I'm at work. She goes on Tuesday mornings. Her name is Lizzie. She was Lizzie Bates. She is now Lizzie's World of Gems. And her son, Tyler, he'll creep in every once in a while and give his admonition. He just admonishes everything. He is hilarious. And they have me sitting there at work, cracking up, laughing. I'll be in the midst of, horrible claim or something. And I'll, put my headphone back on and listen to them. And they just make me laugh. Her daughter, she comes in and she's been in the last few shows. So shout out to Lizzie. If you guys ever get a chance to watch her on the replay, or if you want to go live, it is hilarious. He wasn't there this week. He was sleeping, and I kept telling her, "Go wake him up! Go wake him up!" So it always is a lot of fun for me when I am able to, have a ball. I have, like I said, my favorites, but this was something new. I was trying to, do something while I'm at work. I was tired of answering the phone with an attitude, and so I said, let me see what's on YouTube. And I had a little fun. So there's nothing wrong with that. And then I've been back, a few times over the last probably month. So there you go. Moving over there. Hey, Steph, how are you? I watch Steph also. Steph does these unboxings, her and her husband. Steph, just so you're aware, your husband looks like he wants to just plow into the boxes and start eating them. And you're always being so fun with the food, and you're showing, see, it's not a lot of dents. See, that's not a lot of dents. This is, So Steph, I always want to say, just give him a cherry. Just give him one of those apples. Let him have a banana. Give him one of those weird shaped cucumbers. Great job, Steph. Great job. Kind of moving on. So the other day, I forget whose live I was in. I was in a foul mood. And I was saying that I was going to be doing a rant. Rants are only probably as good as the mood you're in at the time that you give them. But I at least wanted to clue you guys in. So I had a couple of things that just, were on my mind. And I'm going to share them. I usually don't, but I am tonight. First and foremost, everyone kind of has their own opinion about where they rein in on the mask issue. And I get it. I really do. On Facebook, there is someone in our diamond painting community who, and she's posted about this. She kind of broke my heart. Like, she is a manager and she has people that report to her that are basically, as a duty of their job, as a requirement of their job, they are being told to enforce masks. No entry, and one of the things that she posted about was the fact that this is such a time right now that she is going through, so tired of having to have people escalate, having to choose between whether she wants to get into an argument about, anything, we have the Black Lives Matter movement going on. One of the things that she expressed that kind of broke my heart was that someone came in, they had signs posted all over, they were there with their child, and they didn't have on masks. They've been asking everyone when they come in and don't have on one to please return when they do have on a mask. And she had to make the decision, difficult as it was, to either approach and relay the same message or not approach out of fear of it turning into a racial issue. And I didn't agree that, she should have, impacted her job or anything. The other thing that was kind of sad is the fact that every business in America, pretty much, especially mom and pop shops, have had signs posted for at least all of my life, and I'm almost 50, that say no shirt, no shoes, no service. And if this is my business and I say no shirt, no shoes, no service, if you want something within the confines of my business, you would put on a shirt and shoes in order to be serviced. And I guess what I'm struggling with, and one of the things that is very difficult for me to, understand, is why is there a distinction when it comes to masks? Everyone hates wearing them. I don't know anyone that said, man, I can't wait to put on my mask. When I go out, I am going to be teed to the nines. You wait. Yeah, we're trying to make them as cute and as fun as possible. But you can't breathe with them on. It's hot as hell here in Vegas. I'm burning up. And putting them on has been detrimental for me. One of the reasons I did not go live last week, and I did reach out as much as I could, but just wearing a mask to go anywhere. And I don't go a lot of places, but the places that I do have to go, like I had to take my daughter to the doctor. She had an eye appointment and things. Just anywhere that I do have to go, I have to have a mask on in order to go there. And it's it's between 112 and 115, depending on the day. That's a lot of sweating. And sweating for me, when, probably not taking care of myself water-wise as it is, and staying as hydrated as I should be, is detrimental. So I developed a headache, wasn't feeling well. Guess what? Ended up having to spend a day and a half loading up. You guys still see I'm drinking up a ton of Gatorade. And I already had Gatorade in the house, but, just wasn't drinking it like I should. I keep it for the kids because they're always running to the gym and things. Long story short, that was my detrimental side of having to wear a mask. But I needed to go. I forget where I was going. I needed to go somewhere for my mom. And I ended up obviously having to wear a mask. So one of the things that, I would just like to say, I don't want it to be a rant per se, but just more maybe cognition on, the fact that if we have to go there, do we have options? Is this something that's like even hospitals are, requiring that you come in safety regalia? So I just don't understand. I saw a video on YouTube. A gentleman was trying to enter into Walmart. They were telling him, no, sir, please don't go in without a mask. He started pushing on the employee. It's just things like that, that I would like maybe a little bit more understanding on, why is it so? Even if it's not something we want to do. It's not like, it's not like we own the establishment that we're trying to go into. What is it that for anyone that has just an issue with wearing a mask, what is it that, makes you feel that even though, you don't want to have to wear the mask, when you're out and about and you're just walking down the street, what is it that's removing that capability of understanding that it's something that this establishment is requiring for you and them to be able to conduct business the same way we, require, a shirt and a shoes to receive business and to be served. Those are just some of the things that I wonder. AR now requires wearing a mask when in public. That's pretty good. If, should be a rule for you and for the others. I agree. Indiana is making it to where if you don't wear a mask, they will charge you. Now that's a bit much, but it might have been because it's hard to get people to just follow that rule. I'm a bus driver and I face problems all day, especially in the homeless community. I have that on my notes so I can discuss. Well, I've cried because of everything going on. I can imagine, especially being on the bus, because it's very difficult in that regard to maybe enforce. You can't control, especially when it comes to the homeless population, the information that they're receiving. They may not know. They may not have the ability to know. So at a time they come onto your bus and you try to enforce it, that might be the first time that they're hearing about it. So I can imagine that is probably difficult. Um, Minnesota is mandating masks starting Saturday. There you go. So it looks like it sounds like it's going on. Yeah, Walmart says no face mask, you cannot go in. I said, what about half of these people coming here stark ass naked? Yeah, they do show up naked, Jeremy. The people of Walmart. Oh my gosh. My kids are always coming and showing me stuff. I think Justin is signed up for like this group. It's like a comedy group, but people that see stuff, they kind of take the picture and post it. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. What's the difference? Um, and there is none. That's the short answer. There is none. They should have been requiring more, kind of decency. Because to be honest, if I would worry now more about, things like hygiene. Those are going to be things that are on my mind now. You can't take the trouble to ensure, that your clothing is appropriate length and covering appropriate areas, then perhaps you're not taking the trouble to ensure that you're doing other things that, should be required in order for us to, not obtain, bacterial infections and not pass along viruses and things. So great point out right there. Right. No shirt, no shoes, no service, no smoking indoors, wear a seatbelt. There you go. Just, all the small little incidentals that you don't think about. Steph says he does enjoy them. We have a blast doing them. Thank you all for watching. He said hi. Tell him I said hi. We can't stay tonight, but we wanted to pop in to support and say hi. We'll plan better next week too. No worries. You have a good night. Moving on from there, and want to have to deal with people who won't. Just so you guys are aware, just to make it, it broke my heart because she made an announcement that they were unfortunately losing volume. And because of the loss of volume, we're going to be looking at layoffs. And she voluntarily gave up her position because she is tired of dealing with just the drama that comes behind the requirement to wear face masks. And I think she has posted about it so much that I know that it is a frustration, and it broke my heart. It really did break my heart, in this age where jobs are a dime a dozen. I mean, they're not a dime a dozen anymore. They're harder and harder to get. Jobs that were, working throughout the pandemic, they are unfortunately looking at losses that are so substantial that they are now facing closure or layoffs in order to be able to continue to operate and to operate at some sort of a profit. There's not one business, unless it's a nonprofit, that is in business to not make money, to not be able to turn a profit in order to be able to reinvest or to restructure or reorganize or create other opportunities for their employees. Benefit packages and things are probably going to, at some point, come into question. It's always great when you work for a company that's able to help offset those costs. They give you a great benefit package, but that comes from the profit they receive when they are, up and running and their company is doing well. So some of that, is now on the forefront. It's a lot to think about, like I said, all of this, I'm not going to say it stems from the lack of wearing a face mask, but it is something to think about, what happens if we all just went home and we all just wore a mask and we all just social distanced? What would occur? Because obviously, if you've been on Facebook, you know that there have been some awesome parties. The youth have definitely still made sure that they were going to be able to enjoy one another's company and things. And so with that said, how much of that, could help alleviate the increase in numbers? How much of that, if we, ended it, how much of that could help reduce the number of deaths? How much of that could be attributed? We don't know what we don't know. Those are just thoughts. And I was just going to say, I just wanted to make sure that I got that out there. Like I said, it broke my heart. Just wanted to go over it. It was a very impassioned post that I read, and I felt so heartfelt about it. Saphira's mama says, well, here in parts of Australia, you need to wear a mask whenever you are out and about. If you have a medical exemption, kids under 12, and 2 other points, you don't need a mask. If no mask, $200 fine. That would definitely, I would have a mask in every pocket of my purse, every pocket of my pants. You guys know I got big mama pockets, probably in each one of my bras cups. I would always have a mask handy, just to keep from being fined. Got it? Here we go. Right here. And Mickey is talking to Jean. Hi, Jean. Isn't all of Broward? Broward is too. Jay Rob, I'm gluing some sparklers to my mask in the shape of a smile. A friend of mine sent me a picture about a month ago, J-Rob, of a mask, and it had sparklers all over the mask. I thought it was cute. I really did. But I was like, man, you know what? I'll have to disinfect the sparkles every day. They would eventually lose their shine. Jean says first and second offense are fines, third offense, jail time, and fine. Oh, you shouldn't have a second or third if you were ticketed the first time. Make that first one steep. There won't be another. Sylvia's talking to J-Rob. Great idea. We'll make smile to others. That's right. Moving over from there, even nonprofits are suffering, Tia. At least ours is, because people have stopped giving because everyone is trying to survive. Hadn't thought about that aspect of it, but you're absolutely right. The ability to be able to contribute to others is probably halted because you're worried about your own sustainability. You're worried about, should this be put up for a rainy day? Even myself, obviously, I haven't done so, but I did start to have the talk with myself, I think, Saturday or Sunday, should I rein in I have my craft budget. I have an entertainment budget. We haven't been able to go entertaining or anything like that, but I do have that budget. Should I, rein that in and put that to, rainy day savings and things like that, and kind of slow down in the wake of what's going on. Like I said, even if you're working in a job that was essential, it still is at risk, and that's scary. So good insight. We are entering a depression. Yes, Mickey, we are. I know. I will not take the shot. No way. Not taking the shot. Okay. I don't know about that. So, interesting. My mom has COPD and she wears a mask. Jean says, yes, it is county-wide. Okay. So there we go. That was definitely one. The other thing that I was irritated about, and this one, not so much, I haven't heard it from a lot of people, just one person in particular, but it was still frustrating. There was like 82 conspiracy theories that they were just like ranting about. And the government is got something going on with the livestock, and we this and we that. And I don't watch the news. I really don't. Probably, perhaps I should, just to remain, focused. But the news at some points just were becoming, kind of depressing. The numbers were going up and things like that. It's like waiting around for your state's turn to hear bad news and things. So, I don't really rein in that much. But one thing that I will say is, if you are someone who has a conspiracy theory, especially one about livestock, then I definitely don't think that I'm going add to. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? What about now? No? No? Yes? No? Oh, it says live. It says that I'm live. Oh, everyone says yes, yes, yep, yeah. Funny, especially when she's speaking. I probably should move on from there then, because I hadn't thought about that. So, I'll move on then. Next rant that I was wanting to get off my chest. I need adults to be adults, especially when you're traveling. If you have a trip coming up, I need for adult people to understand when you arrive kind of what's going on, and if you don't, ask somebody that has traveled. One of the things that you should always make sure you have when you're traveling is extra money. Extra money. Do you know how difficult it is when you're an adult and you get somewhere and you have to call other adults to ask? I'm not talking about 25 adult, 27 adult. I'm talking 50 adult, 55, 60 adult. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we're clear and we're on the same page. Again, I need adults to be adults, especially if you're traveling. I need for adult people to have extra money. When you go somewhere, you definitely should have extra money. Plan ahead. Booby! Hi, Booby! Everyone say hi to Ty. It's my bestie. That's my in real life bestie. Again, plan ahead. Meaning, know where you're going, when you're going to get there, know how you're going to get from the airport to perhaps where you're staying, and know where you're going to stay. Have an idea of where you're staying. Because we're talking about adults being adults. And that's just a small part of it, but I think that's pretty critical. Also, and this is probably really big, read the asterisks. When you are traveling, read the asterisks. While I realize that it is fun, you look at the pictures and everything looks beautiful and ooh, we want to go stay there. Yes, that's nice. Let's go there. It's so nice. The weather is just a big resort. Yes. We are in the middle of a pandemic and nothing has been open for months. So guess what that means? That means that when we arrive, there may be some incidentals that are going to be charged to help us recoup because we want to rebuild our economy here. The same way you guys are getting out and you're traveling and you're helping your economy where you live, right? Okay. So the reason why this is important, yes, Laura, I'm being serious. I know you're giggling, but I'm telling you right now, anytime you have to tell an adult who's a real adult, we're talking 50, like to be an adult, it's time to age like wine. That became my favorite sentence. Anytime you have to tell someone, it's time to age like wine. There's a good chance that they're just not going to age like wine anytime soon. Just saying. So, just wanted to get that out. I just wanted to say, because I know everybody's going to wonder now, what are you talking about? Well, in the spirit of just sharing a little, because I'd be asking the same question, I would want to know. You ever ask yourself why an X is an X? Well, these give you just little tidbits of why this X was an X. But I will share because it's been years and I'm definitely well over it. Long time ago, long time ago, a long time ago, she ran off and eloped. Yes, there's a lesson in there, and I'm sure that it's going to be fun when my daughter meets the one. Oh, Mom, he's the one. I'm sure that, I will have a lesson in there. But I can give you a few reasons why he is my damn ex. We're going to start with the first. And here's this one right here. This is just like a red flag type of clue. Okay? Just a red flag type of a clue. But it will definitely tell you, at least we're on the path to why he's an ex. If you are speeding down the highway, we're going real fast. We're having a great time. We're speeding down the highway. All of a sudden, the cops stop you and pull you over. They give you a ticket. Obviously, we know we don't have to pay the ticket. We got to go to court and all of that and try and get out of it. Or we just pay, the costs and things of that nature. Whose fault is it? That is the big question here. Whose fault is it? I'm going to answer that for you. I feel it is the driver's fault. But the ex said, "Come on, Robert, you got it." The ex said, "Is it not my fault that my wife," that would be me, "didn't make me a lunch, pack it up, and put it in my lunch pail so that when I got off, I had to rush home from being starving hungry after working all day to try and eat. Is that not my fault? And I asked, because I was blindsided. I was sitting by him. And I'm like, wait, I was waiting on the big reveal. When he started with, is it not my fault? I'm waiting on, well, whose fault is it? I'm looking around in the courthouse like, oh my goodness. Some kind of light must have flashed and came and hit him. You know what they say, the concave of the glass, the reflective on the glasses, must have caused, it's not his fault. And we about to prove the case and get out the ticket. That's what I'm waiting on. But he then followed that up with that my wife didn't pack me a lunch. So I was forced to rush home because I was so hungry. And again, I'm sitting next to him. I'm telling the truth. I can't, Robert, what the hell is right? So did the policeman believe the story? Yeah, he believed it. Right as he was writing the ticket and handed it over and told him, make sure you show up in court on such and such a day. And I'm sitting there, my mouth's still open. And it's been over 25 years. Just saying. I'm just saying. That was red flag, I guess, maybe number one. I didn't see it. I was shocked. And obviously, I held on to the story. I remember it like it was yesterday. Wow. Oh, booby, I got plenty more. Trust me. I just didn't want to burden you. Red flag number 2. If you go take the trash out, because, you the husband and you want to do it. It's kind of dark outside. And then you come running back in. And the first things out your mouth is, oh my God, somebody has broken into our soft top Jeep. What do you think should be done? I just want to know, what do you think should be done? Oh my God, somebody has broken into our soft top Jeep. They were still in the Jeep, by the way. But what do you think should be done? I'm just phone a friend. I want to phone a friend. J. Rob says, if the flag is red, why did you keep going back to it? It gets even better. No wonder he and that. Good for you, Brenda, because I didn't get it. Good for you, J. Rob, because again, I didn't get it. Laura says, thank you, Cindy. That's what I was thinking. What does Cindy say? She's always insightful. He should have told him to make his own damn lunch. I knew it was going to be something insightful. Girl, I was thinking the same thing. Thank you. But, again, is it not my fault? And I will never forget the way he started that. Because I was excited. I really thought, oh my gosh, if we are about to crack this case, he about to beat this. I'm still confused all these years later. So everyone is saying, call the cops. Call the police. 911. Hi, Ellen. He sat down and watched TV. Oh, Saphira's mama, if he had, that would have been great. He says, I need you. I'm going to say this again. I need you to come out here and get them out the Jeep. I'm going to repeat that so it can sink in. I need my wife to come get this man out of our Jeep. Not, boo, go upstairs. Baby, I'm going to call the cops. Honey, don't worry. I'm going to take care of this. It was, baby, I need you to go take care of this. He still had the trash in his hand. I was kind of upset about that also. I'm just saying. That's red flag number 2, guys? Was that number 2? He still had the trash in his hand. I'm just saying. Yep. Moving on. I was kind of getting frustrated and flustered. I really was. I said to him, you could use a little more responsibility in the household. I make sure I handle everything. I go in, I get it all handled, I get it all taken care of. I make sure that I pay the bills, I write all the checks. It's time for you to do it so that you can feel some of the responsibility, take on some of the obligations and things of that nature. Fine, no problem. You say that like that's an issue. Great, we're on the same page. That's not an issue. It's not going to be an issue. So I hand over the checkbook. It's your turn. You figure out how to finagle the money we take from Peter and pay Paul, especially when you want to mess the money up mostly, So we're going to make sure that this is fun. Probably, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks go by. I used to work at the courthouse, and I'm getting up, and it's time for us to leave. It's probably about, 8. I had to be there by 8:30, so it had to be about 8 o'clock. I have the remote in one hand. I got my keys in the other. We have a little table right beside the door. So obviously, I'm going to hit the TV. I'm going to turn the light out. I'm going to go out the door. I'm going to open the door. And I'm about to turn the TV off, turn the light out, walk out the door. I bet you guys can guess what happened. I know you can, because you guys are all smart. One guess. What happened? J. Rob says, did he go spend it on George? Shawana says, you should show your face here when you're telling this story. The robber was still there. Oh, that was a good one. Everyone's saying what? Are you guys serious? What? Are you guys serious? No. The lights and shit went out on their own. I wonder why. I gave him the checkbook. And he was supposed to pay all the bills for that month. And 3 weeks later, I hadn't even left. I still had the remote in one hand, my keys in the other. I hadn't even touched the light and left. But yet the TV's off and the lights are too. He didn't pay the bill. I asked him why. What happened? There you go, Shawana. You know what? He said, he told me that he paid all of the bills and ran out of money. I said, what are you talking about? What do you mean you ran out of money? Ding dong paid the entire balance on the credit card, thereby leaving nothing left to pay on some of the other bills. So I'm leaving and I'm looking like, what? Smoke is coming out my ears. Smoke is coming out my ears. I'm upset. I gotta go to work. He says, I'll handle it. Don't worry, I'll handle it. Probably 3/4 of the way my day, I get a call from the bank. I don't know what happened and what occurred with his plan, but it must not have worked. And he went to the bank and tried to take out a signature loan. And they called me because it's my account. And I'm like, why did you need to take out a signature loan? You put all the money on the damn credit card. Why not just use the credit card to pay? Welcome to my world. It's all I can say. Keep in mind. These were supposed to be red flags. No, you're not upset. You're pissed. Yes, exactly. Red smoke coming out my ears. I was like, are you serious? Laura got it. Power went out. Power went out. Hey, I'm Crafty Crafter. Look at us. Yes, Linda. Yes, Linda, it happened. Man, I cannot tell you. I made my ex sit down and pay the bills together when he couldn't figure out why we didn't have enough money. Then he could see where I tried. He act like I was insulting him when I said, it's your turn to kind of take on some of the burden and understand, the bills come in, electric bill comes in. It may not be the same every month, especially during the warmer months when we run the air conditioner. The same in the winter when it comes to having our gas on. So I was trying to make sure I had to learn, and so it's your turn. I had to start somewhere and like make it work and things. But what I didn't expect was for anything to just get shut off. And, and that it did. It just, the light, like when I tell you everything went out, I'm sitting here like, what? I did not turn this TV off. And where the lights? What happened to the light? And I am heated. When I say heated, oh my goodness. Don't worry about it. Go to work. What you mean? Don't worry about it. Go to work. If you didn't want me to worry, you would have took care of it so that this would not. You were supposed to be gone anyway. So it was supposed to be gone. I mean, he had an idea. What am I supposed to do? Is it not my fault that we ran out of money? Whose fault is it? I hated that line. I hated that line. Something that became synonymous with when he said, is it not my fault? I almost always followed it up with, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I swear. So when I tell you I need adults to be adults and not become uninvited, unprepared, unwelcomed guests, because I know y'all know what he did now. I know you know. Based on just those 3 red flags, what occurred this week? Yes, he shows up here in Vegas, all 3, uninvited, unprepared, and unwelcome. Yes, we do still chit-chat from time to time. And he had no POA. Anybody know what a POA is? Plan of action. Yep. No place to stay either. So I get called. I don't even know why he's here. In the middle of a pandemic. Yes, Vegas is trying to reopen. We are one of the slowest. We may have a few hotels and casinos that are open. A few. But not most. Most of them are planning on September-ish. And there is no entertainment here. There's no entertainment, unfortunately. None of the shows, like the Broadway hits that come here to Vegas, that's not here. The concerts that we were big for, those aren't here, unfortunately. And so there's not a lot to do unless you gamble and you have to pick an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, a casino. There's not a lot to do. So I'm still trying to figure out why the guest is here. But the guest is here nonetheless, uninvited, unprepared, and unwelcome. I just wanted to clue y'all in. I know I talked to a couple of y'all this week. And I'm being a good girl though, you guys. I have not cursed. Well, not the big words. I'm still being me. My son, on the other hand, most of you guys know my son. Oh, yes, my son has had quite a bit to say. favorite diamond painting. It's looking good. Oh, thank you. You guys, just to keep this a secret, this is the painting I've been working on for my mom, and I'm almost done. I only have this part right here, as you can see. Yeah. And I'm going to do a video. I blinged it all out. All this sparkle that you see, this is all extra diamonds. I put 9. It came with 2 ABs, and then I put 2 jellies. I think I have 2 jellies in this. 1 additional sparkler, the 310 AB. So 3 ABs, and I think 5 sparklers that I have. Yes, I definitely want. She kept looking at it like, oh, I love it. I want to live in that house. And so I blinked it out for her. My biggest painting yet, my labor of love. And I will be doing a video. I want to give it to her. I'm going to record her reaction. I'm going to hope and pray that it is a great reaction, but I do plan to record it. She did ask. She does know I'm working on it for her, and I won't let her come over and look at it and things. So that's why you guys see my little stand right here. She usually sits right behind this, and so she can't see up over it. Before she gets up, as she tries, I do have just to show you guys, I have up under here a little cover, and I just put it down over it. There we go. This is my little paint cover. Yep, and I just put it down over it, keep her from looking at it. So that's how I keep her from seeing it. She needs to get up. Thank you for that. All right, let me go back up and catch up with the. Oh, it's okay. Got that. Everyone's saying hi to Boo. Where's your diamond painting? Okay, got that. They're saying hi. Saying hi to Cindy B. And Jays, if you want something done and done right, never ask a man. I think it depends on the man, but in my case, there is a tremendous amount of truth to that. Cindy said, we ran out of money on peeing sparklers. So that was the good one, J-Rob. He did say we ran out of money. I don't know what his problem was. Or a teen, Angie. That's true, too. I'm doing good. Just trying to decide if I should film myself putting together my very first miniature dollhouse room. Of course you should. Of course you should. Did he run out of money again and was hanging out with the robber? The robber. So I called the police because I'm like, oh, what you coming here tell me for? Why don't you come in here? He probably got away. He was the way that he should have been, I guess, and didn't clue the robber in at all. So the guy was still out in the Jeep. And when I tell you he was still out there, he's shopping in my damn Jeep. He out there pulling out, looking at CDs. Okay, no, I don't want this, chucking it. Pull it, look into. He must have went. You saw all of that? You ain't go bombard him. I would have ran and. I know that that's not ideal, and we shouldn't invite trouble. But I'd have ran and drop kicked that little fool in his head. I'd have got all up and kicked him in his throat. I'd have punched him in the back of his neck. Something. If I was a man and I got height on me, he come running in talking about, I need you to go. There's a robber out. Are you serious? You come to get me? Did you just come to get me? What in the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, I wanted to drop kick him. And then he still had the trash in his hand. Like you was supposed to bag it up and take it out. It stink. Get it up out of here. So, there you go. There you go, my little, the mind of Tia. should, even if I don't know what I'm doing. Of course, let them sleep in the car. Oh, Linda said let him sleep in the car. She's funny. She let him sleep in whose car? Mine? He'll be back at that airport trying to explain why he's at the airport. He's talking about I got a reservation. He reserved a rental car. Ding dong. He's using a debit card instead of a credit card, and the debit cards they charge more money. He didn't even read that. How can you not read the asterisks? Read the asterisks. So he's thinking he's only got to pay this, and it's much more. And they put a hold for the entire amount plus the much more. And so he's walking around Vegas. And I don't feel bad. Wow, just wow. Wow, and more wow. People never stop to surprise me. Me either. I've learned. J. Rob says he sounds like a raccoon going through a trash can. Well, that's what he was doing. He was a raccoon shopping through my Jeep to get whatever he got some good stuff. Because I'm spoiled. Oh my gosh. And he did not help at all. I still am upset about the trash though. Notice, I'm definitely upset because if it's in a soft top Jeep. If it really mattered, I think I would have brought it in. So I've tried to resign myself all of these years to really think of it like that. But when it's time to take the trash out, it's time to take the trash out. And he brought it back up in the house. And then act like he wasn't going to take it back out. Take the trash out. You was out there before. Yeah, so I did end up calling the police. I did end up going outside. Yeah, the most dangerous thing. I went out. He came and got me, so he must have thought I could beat him, I guess. I go out, this fool in my car, and I saw red. I was so upset. If you don't get out of my car, I will blow you away. I didn't even have anything, a gun or anything. I do have one, but I didn't have a gun on me, but... those words work. It was some little kid. He took off running. But I was ticked. Whatever he had in his pockets and things of that nature, he did get away with it. Yep. But, yeah, those are the days. Those are definitely the days. They were long gone and long out of my mind. And then, it only just ever takes one moment. I was watching TV once. This is really funny. I think it was an episode of Everybody Likes Raymond. And pretty much the same thing happened. The wife gave Raymond the checkbook and told him, you pay the bills then. He turns over in bed to turn the lights out. And before he could reach and turn it out, the lights went out. Oh my. I don't remember if we were watching the episode together or if I referred him to the episode. But I remember thinking, oh my gosh, idiots. Are they all on the same plane? Like, where does that come from? Yeah, who wrote the episode? But yeah, welcome to my world. I definitely felt like I had to get that out. I appreciate y'all listening. I was going to blow your phone up the other night, Brandy. I was going to call you. And then I had a headache. I had such a headache. I was tired. One of the other things that he failed to do on top of getting a rental was securing a hotel within his budget. Here in Vegas, we are a resort town. And unfortunately, being a resort town that has shut down for 3.5 months, almost 4 months, we've lost a lot of revenue. So the locations that are open, they have a hefty fee that's called a resort fee attached to your rental, your nightly rental. And you definitely want to read the asterisk before you click confirm, because the resort fees are high. Your nightly fee could be $35. Your resort fee could be $192. And he had already reserved a room and was charged the first night resort fee. So he was trying to cancel and clear room up, and it impacted what he had available to be able to, go somewhere else. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Welcome to my world. So, with that said, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I went over all of that because for me, I think those are red flags, right? I think they were. We are still waiting to see if they will total the truck that my son. Oh, really? I don't know how long that will take. But just it happened Wednesday or Thursday? Last Thursday, I think. And they took it it went down to a tow yard, right, Brandy? If it went to a tow yard, it has to be picked up out of the tow yard. They didn't get it Friday. They wouldn't have gotten it until Monday. Today being Wednesday, they probably picked it up Monday, took it down to, last Thursday. I thought so. So they probably didn't get it from the tow yard until Monday. You probably will hear tomorrow. Did any airbag deploy? If an airbag deployed, they probably are going to, and it's more than 5 years old, it'll probably total. Yes, they took it to the tow yard. Yeah, I figured. So you'll probably hear something tomorrow. When you hear, they'll let you know the total loss valuation. They'll be telling you about how much the vehicle's actual value is worth. You are in a state that I'm not very familiar with because Florida, I don't have a lot of familiar. Florida, Michigan, Massachusetts, and New York, none of the airbags deployed to 2005. How many miles does it have? It's probably going to total, though. It's a 2005. If it has more than 100,000 miles, it's probably going to total. And then what they'll do is call you. Do you have a lien on it of any kind, like a second loan or anything, buy here, pay here type loan? What they'll do, if it's paid for and outright it's yours, they'll give you the option to owner retain or insurance retain. And after that, if you decide to insurance retain, they'll talk to you about getting payment out to you minus your deductible. Minus your deductible. Now again, this is generalities because it's over 100,000. Yeah, it'll probably total. Because you're in Florida. In Florida, like I said, there are 4 states. They have just some wonky rules. Florida's one. Michigan. That's the one state that scares me. Michigan and Massachusetts is number 2. I don't know if I would ever be able to work in those states. Michigan, they just be up there playing bunker cars, right, Mickey? It's a no-fault state. I don't know how they assess, who pays what, but that scares me. You mean to tell me you can just hit me and get away with it? Well, I'm going to hit you back. I imagine it's a lot of that going on. Oh, I appreciate everybody listening to me tonight. Like I said, I was in a crazy place this week, just real crazy and things. The next thing that I wanted to kind of go over is, and this is big, and I don't know how many of us in the crafting world are thinking about it, but football, what is going to happen? What is going to go on? Can we really, go a whole entire season with no football? I know that we went half a year without basketball, and I don't know that many people that really watch basketball. I was a cheerleader, so football was big in my household. It was extremely big. My brother, he 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 lived and breathed football. He still does. Usually, I don't see my brother from the first week in August when preseason starts. I usually don't see him until after Super Bowl. There'll be occasional time where he may invite us over. Sometimes he'll invite us over for some football on Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving isn't really a big celebrated holiday here in my house. Because my grandmother was Native American, and so we really are just going to his house to really watch football. Some of the other things that we would do is we would, get together and have game night and things like that. That's a lot of fun. You're getting whooped on. But yeah, so I don't know. Football, it seems to be part of our pastime come fall. It's a great way to, kind of connect, especially, husband, wife, especially if there's a wife that watches sports and kind of enjoys sports and can talk sports with her husband. She understands the plays and she's not asking questions like, baby, is he going the wrong way? Or cheering for the wrong color team. Her husband looks at the wife. We're not cheering for the team in yellow. We're supposed to be cheering for the team in blue. So those are fun times. Hi, Marianne. How are you? My girl is a senior this year and a cheerleader, and they canceled all sports. Yeah. Game night sounds like so much fun. It is extremely fun. We have game night here. We have it, we're having it once a month, and it is a tremendous amount of fun. I was a basketball cheerleader just so I could be with my boyfriend at the time. There you go, Angie's. I was a cheerleader during football season and basketball season, and I also, I don't know how they do sports now, but I also played volleyball, and I played softball until I got hit in the head with the ball. I got hit in the head. That's an easy way to retire right there. I mean, you are so scared of the ball after that. And yeah, I quit. I remember I'm running one way and I got my hand up in the other direction. How you ever gonna catch a ball like that? My coach tried to talk to me. I said, I'm not getting hit by that ball again, okay? I don't know what happened. I don't know who threw it, where it came from, but I'm not getting hit by that ball again. And unfortunately, it was like, well, I mean, it's sort of a part of the deal. It's playing on the team, We can't guarantee you won't ever get hit. I don't know what to tell you there. He said, well, I do. I had to give up my uniform. I did. I was bored. I didn't have nothing really to do in the spring at all. I tried to join the oratory team. I kept forgetting my stuff, my stories. I was funny. I could make stuff up and people would laugh, but I couldn't get dramatic. I couldn't do the dramatic oratories, where people are looking off into the sunset and they're pointing and looking away. And I couldn't do any of that. I did speech and debate. I would get people so upset they were trying to jump over the table. What? What did I say? What? You can't handle it? What did I say? Oh my gosh. My dad told me that if I became a real attorney, that I was going to be going to jail every day for being in contempt of court. No lie. No lie. My baby finally had her graduation, guys, a few weeks ago. This was probably the worst graduation yet. Everybody on Facebook got to have a really cute little drive-through type of graduation. You know, they had the podium set up outside. You guys drive up in your car. They had it fake looking like, oh, wow, so many people came out and everything. They had this principal right here, a teacher right here, 6 more feet away would be another teacher. Everyone had on masks and they had, my daughter, they put a podium in a gym room or cafeteria. And they had us walk in, and then they rushed everybody, hurry, hurry, hurry. You had to run to the single podium. And then as she was giving her, they told her to turn and say cheese, and then ushered her out the door. No drive up, no signs, no multitude of people. Make it look fake, something. Nothing. Oh, I feel so bad for the class of 2020. I really do. No prom, no senior trip, no, her scholarship ceremony was canceled. Just, you name it, they didn't get to do it. And I really feel badly for them. If ever there's something that can be done on a state or national level for the class of 2020, I hope that they are able to pull out something. Right now I know that a lot of people are just not thinking about that. I know my daughter's not thinking about it at all. It's the furthest thing from her mind. But there will come a time where, when people are sharing stories and things, that will be something that they miss. So hopefully, you never know. Maybe they can have a bomb 2-year. Most people don't really start having class reunions until their 5th one. 5 years when you should have been out of college. It's usually really huge. Maybe they should have a 2-year class reunion just for the class of 2020. You never know. I hope that we're able to come up with something for them. I'm missing things. Let's see. Catherine says, in California, only murder suspects are jailed. All others are sent home. Ooh. It's time to get your purge on in California, Catherine. Get your purge on. Jeremy says, I got hit in my bicep with the softball. That hurt. I can imagine. I got hit in my head with the softball. I thought I cracked my skull. I wasn't going to be alive. And you know, there's a time or two when I might have been accused of being a pretty good over actor. This may be in the past, just nothing that's been recent or anything like that. But when I tell you I thought I was going to meet Jesus, oh gosh, that ball hurt. It's all I can say. Mistria says, that is so sad. Just tell her if she is going to college, that graduation will be super special for her. So she's been in college for the last 2 years. She was on a special program to where she still got to attend her homeschool for sports and things of that nature, but she's actually been off in college and things. So she's going to start in the fall directly in her major. So she's done all her prereqs and everything, which is good. That's definitely good. Saved me some money and things like that. I paid for Justin's first 2 years. And I told her, I paid for her first 2 years. She did get 7 scholarships, and she has 1 additional scholarship that she is hoping to earn, and I'm hoping that she gets it also. It's not awarded until August though, and so obviously we're still waiting on that. But that one right there that she's waiting on, that's just money in the bank. That comes directly to them. It takes care of spending needs and things like that. The award is as high as $8,000 a year, and she's hoping to get the full $8,000. Obviously, she wants to buy a car, so she's hoping to get the full $8,000. She obviously did graduate with high honors. She got the academic high honor. I have to one of these days read off the list. I don't want to misquote, but she did get 7, and she was upset because the scholarship ceremony, that lets you, that gives you your moment to feel like you've done something, you've accomplished something, and unfortunately, the scholarship ceremony was canceled also. So yeah, everything was canceled. I mean, I think that in light of I don't know. I'm being a selfish parent right now. I was going to say, in light of all that's going on, perhaps something could have been done drive-through-ish. You know, At, we have a giant football field. Allow us to drive onto the football field, cordon it off, with all the scholarship recipients and things like that. These 4 chairs are for this group, and go down the line or something. Um, and then get your loudspeaker out, and then call people, hey, or make it a rolling one. Obviously, that might not be safe for the teachers, to have to continuously come into contact with each of the students. I get that. you know Put things out on the table. Your name is up next. We're gonna wipe down this vinyl and put it in one of them little teacher sheets or something. What are the the divider sheets? Go wipe it down, put it inside. It's sitting out. Next up, so that there's no contact or something. There's things that could have been done, just whether or not anyone was willing, whether it's just too crazy a time, too scary to do anything. I don't fault anyone, but it's my baby, and I want my baby to have her moment because it's important. It's what she worked so hard for. She did work hard. Junior high, when other kids were starting drama and getting into, their first boy girl, she took what's known as 0 hour classes. 0 hour classes mean she got up at 4 to be at school by 5 something. It was dark out when she got to school, and it would be dark when she left, because she was taking more advanced classes, and they only offered them during 0 hour, so that she could take her regular junior high classes in middle school. By 8th grade, she was done with all middle school requirements and things, and she had already started some of the high school classes. She was able to start on some of the additional ones. So that was why it would have meant a lot to me, for her to be able to get just the accolades behind all of her sacrifice. I would have liked to have seen that. When we were talking, um, we were talking about, she did some pageants and things when she was younger, and she was in Little Miss Las Vegas and the Little Miss Nevada pageants, and she did extremely well. She won the Little Miss Nevada pageant, and the pageant is based on a kid being a kid. So it doesn't focus on the teacup dresses and things and all the makeup and all the fake hair and the flippers and things like that. So her first year, she did extremely well. She won the big, large trophy. She won Best Smile. She had 3 small trophies, and then she won the big trophy. When she won the 3 small trophies, we thought that was it. Then they announced, third, second, first. Then they announced the winner of the big trophy. And I never forget, there was a lady who was there, and her daughter, she had been preparing her. This was like her moment. And she had prepared her for the rest of her life. This was it. Everything was all matched up into this particular moment. It was nothing that was ever going to outshine this moment. The girl had on a beautiful dress, and she had on a real tiara, and she was just born to be this particular winner. That's how it felt like her mom had groomed her. And the girl didn't win. Nothing. She didn't get not any of the awards. And the worst part about that experience was her mother went off right there in the pageant. She went off. I know y'all did. My child should have this, that, all the money I spent, and I went to this coach and that coach, and whoop, whoop, whoop. She went off. Security came, escorted her out. Little baby was there with this beautiful dress on, and she had to walk off the stage and hold her head high through all that embarrassment and all of that shame. And I just look back at that and say, that's me. That's how I'm acting right now. What you mean my baby can't have her scholarship ceremony? What you mean my baby can't have her award ceremony? What you mean she's not gonna get no state? I feel like that's me for each one of her cancellations. That is me. Meanwhile, my daughter is walking off her stage. She got her head held high and she's just not being vocal, So I don't know how to handle this, but yeah, I just want to hit something. I want my baby to have her moment. I want my baby to be able to shine. And, my daughter got home with that trophy, y'all, and chucked it somewhere and didn't give two red nickels about it, even though it meant a lot to me. The next year, I was like, we're going to go all out. I never forget. I turned into the other mom. And I turned my daughter into the other child. My daughter told me on stage, before they were even done judging, after I lost my mind and turned into that other woman, and I seen what it could do. I seen it. I still didn't, I guess, understand. And my daughter told me, you acting just like her mom from last year. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, well, let's win first, come shoot. Kids will do it. They will teach you a lesson better than you can have taught yourself or taught them. She took off running. I handmade this dress, y'all. I handmade the dress. It was the actual panel came in from China. I had to wait 6 weeks to get it. I hand sewn on all of the applique. I had a hot fix glue gun, and I put all the rhinestone. I put heaven and earth into this. And she told me she don't want to do this no more and walked off the stage. Oh my goodness. She did come in third. But imagine if she had strayed on the stage. I don't know why. I still have not learned my lesson. But I have not learned my lesson. I'm still thinking about it. Is there a song with Hold Your Head Up High? Well done. It should be. It's so heartbreaking for them. She is going to be stronger with every bump on the road. She already is. She's much stronger than me. Good night, Jane. She already is. She really is. And the unfortunate part is I didn't have a lot to do with it. Night, Jen. You're leaving me. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Need to head to bed. I definitely know it's late for all of my East Coast people, and I definitely appreciate you guys coming out, especially when I'm acting a fool. Jeremy says, line drive shot in the body. Oh my goodness. My arm was about the size of a soccer ball. Oh my gosh, that sounds painful. Are you serious? She is a super bright and amazing girl. She definitely is. Tiara is a smart young woman. She is very smart. Very smart. I cannot say that I am the reason. I wish I could. uh, I'm gonna give you guys about 5 more minutes. Um, yeah, Tiara and I have started a series with my mom. If you guys can believe it, my mom. Anybody that knows my mom, like Rachel Gray, Shalene, Marissa. I know a lot of you guys know. We talk on Saturdays that my mom has been in love with this Nigerian producer, actor, movie maker. He has come here to the States, I guess, and made a few movies, but he has really made a name for himself in Africa. And she watched one of the movies on YouTube, and she liked it. So she started watching some of the others, and she fell in love with him. He tries to think outside the box, and he tries to write about all kinds of things, but he touched on domestic violence, and she was heated. And so she quit watching him. So last week, Tiara said that she wanted to now get into Marvel Universe. She's watched some of the movies and things, but she doesn't understand it. She never was really into it like me and my son. But she wanted to watch them in chronological order. And I said, great, now would be a good time to maybe see if Grandma would like to maybe get, because my mom doesn't watch them. She said she tried, doesn't really understand the order. So we start watching the Marvel Universe. We are all the way up to Guardians of the Galaxy. So not too many more to go. The second one. And my mom is in love with Captain America. She's like, well, I'm sure he's their boss. He has to have some more movies. I don't know how she went from the Nigerian guy to Captain America. He got blonde hair. He got blue, gray eyes. She just as infatuated, y'all. Oh my gosh. She's sitting here, I think it was Monday. And she said, well, you gonna turn them on? Turn who on, Mom? What are you talking about? And are we watching My Boyfriend tonight? Oh, she wanted to watch him. So off we went to the next one. So yeah, tonight we're gonna watch one movie. We have been trying to watch at least two a night, but we are gonna watch one movie. Obviously, I like, that she keeps it fun and things like that. She's starting to really just become, very comfortable here in Vegas, while she still does think it's hot and things like that. She does say stuff like, maybe after the pandemic, I'll get out there and maybe I'll meet somebody and stuff. So she's starting to say stuff like that. And I think that's healthy. I think that it means that, she had her time. She definitely mourned, and now she at least is able to see what another chapter, maybe not another marriage, but at least just another chapter in life looks like for her. So hopefully, leaving on such a positive note, everyone goes into their week and you guys are able to see a different side of things. You guys are able to craft and have fun. I know I have an addiction. I'll come to everybody's shows and I talk about, sparklers and things like that. I'm trying not to unleash too much right now because obviously this one right here I blinged out a lot. Anyone that's already worked on Fine Soft Day, you guys will definitely be able to see a large distinction because I changed out a lot of the regular diamonds for sparklers and ABs and things like that. So hopefully When I do my reveal, if you guys are able to go back, you know that I was talking about lifting some of the color and adding some light. I wanted to see just a little bit of movement as I move from one side of the painting to the other. And I hope that it looks like that in some of the trees, in the water. And then, like I said, lifting some of the darkness on the edge and bringing in some light. So we shall see. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. For all of my East Coast viewers, thank you very much for staying up with me. You guys get some rest. If you have work tomorrow, make sure that you guys are safe as you guys go out into your work paths. And then for my West Coast people, please make sure that you guys are staying hydrated. It's hot as hell out here. And I will see you guys all later. Enjoy. Make sure you guys are sparkling through your week. Sparkle. Bye.